Masks make a return in the tri-state. The new mandates and what New York's incoming governor is saying about them.
Dangerous heat and a chance for severe storms when the heat finally breaks.
From teacher to Insta-famous, New York Live with how this Bronx dandy swapped the classroom for fashion. This is News 4 Now for August 12th. I'm Gilma Avalos. Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul is giving us an idea of what's in store for her and the state when she takes over as governor in New York. And that includes running for a full term and enforcing masks in schools. Hochul was asked about her plans in an exclusive interview this morning on the Today Show, and she said she does plan to run for a full term as governor next year. She also outlined her goals for when she does take office. She said getting kids back in school will be one of her top priorities. She also said she's in favor of having students wear masks.
I believe that they'll end up being mask mandates. I just don't have the authority at this moment. In fact, I'm meeting the health commissioner in a couple of hours to go over this, and I'll be drawing on all the current data that's available.
She will become New York's 57th governor in less than 2 weeks when Governor CUOMO steps down on August 24th. She will also be the state's first female governor. Two Hudson Valley lawmakers are renewing the call to change the name of the Mario M. Cuomo Bridge. The bridge is named after Andrew Cuomo's late father. State Senator Mike Martucci and State Assemblyman Mike Lawler say that they want to restore the span's name to the Tappan Zee Bridge. It comes as embattled Governor Cuomo is resigning his post. Lawler has called the sexual harassment allegations appalling conduct of a governor who bears the same last name. Starting today, you're going to have to mask up in more parts of Connecticut. An indoor mask mandate has been reinstated in Stamford. Hartford and Bridgeport put a similar rule in place Wednesday, and Danbury's own mask mandate kicks in on Sunday. Connecticut currently has one of the highest vaccination rates in the nation. Residents say with COVID positivity on the rise, it was inevitable. Connecticut's positivity rate, by the way, sits now at about 3%. Rudy Giuliani just joined the celebrity app CAMEO. The former New York City mayor says for about $200, he'll make anyone a personalized video where he'll discuss any issue or story that they want. Giuliani had his law license suspended in New York and Washington, D.C. after his failed effort to overturn the 2020 election results. He's also being sued for defamation by Dominion Voting Systems for his false claims about the election. The popular immersive Van Gogh exhibit in Lower Manhattan will allow visitors to experience its high-end art while high. For 2 nights only, people can take a stone stroll through the exhibit. The after-hours experience is BYOC, or bring your own cannabis. Guests have to be 21 years old or older and can't smoke inside or in front of the venue. Tickets are available for next Wednesday's event. They range between $125 and $200.
Well, we're dealing with the extreme heat and humidity again today. Saw a preview of that on Wednesday with the heat index hitting 100. I think it goes past it both today and tomorrow, feeling like 100 to 110. And each night, we've got a chance of thunderstorms, some of which might be severe. One more chance of storms comes in on Saturday, and then finally a little bit of relief comes in on Sunday. For tonight, best chance of severe weather is going to be north and west of the city. But like we've seen the last couple of nights, some of those stronger storms can get down into the 5 boroughs as well. Cold front finally sweeps through on Saturday morning. By Saturday night, we're starting to dry out, cool off a little bit, and then Sunday, it's finally the day you can get outside and at least not sweat as much.
He started wearing suits to his teaching gig. Now he's out of the classroom and coaching men on how to dress. New York Live with the teacher turned influencer.
If you like fashion, you will love this segment because today we're meeting with a menswear expert changing lives one outfit at a time. Well, Diego, it's probably safe to say that you are the best dressed guest that New York Life has ever had on, but you actually started out as a teacher and now you are a tastemaker. How did you get into style influencing?
What got me into fashion were my students, actually. At my school, they wore uniforms, and I felt as a Latino male teacher, I want to show a good example. So I decided to wear suits to school because if they're wearing, ties, I need to dress up as well. And I started doing that every day. And I started posting about it on Instagram. And one day a brand slid in my DMs. They were like, hey, you have a cool look. Can we send you some free stuff? I was like, yes, that'd be amazing. And then I learned that that's a type of marketing. So I wanted to learn more about that and I quit my job and here we are.
So your website and social media focuses on teaching men how to embrace their inner dandy, but you also have tips, styling tips for shorter men.
Yes, so here are some tips. Number one, definitely make friends with your tailor. Go to the dry cleaner, get your clothes altered, make them fit. My second tip is definitely shop at brands that carry sizes for you. For example, Peter Manning and NYC, and they've been a great brand because they have sizes for guys who are 5'9" and shorter. My other tip is to make sure you get your pants hemmed. You want your pants to basically float right above your shoes. You don't want it to look baggy because that will make you definitely way more shorter anyway. Another thing that's really important to me is sleeve length. I think for a lot of guys, they wear their sleeves way too long, and you really want it to be slightly above where your thumb is, honestly, a little bit higher up. And for the guys out there who are wearing suits for their work or working from home, they need that blazer, whatever, making sure they show a little bit of cuff. If you cannot see your shirt when you're wearing your blazer is too long.
Well, Diego, thank you so much for these tips. They were absolutely enlightening, and now I need to find a man to go shop for.
It's a treat for dogs, but a nightmare for those living nearby. Neighbors say a dog treat factory is forcing them to stay cooped up in their homes, windows shut. They say the smell of rotting chicken from the Nylabone factory is permeating their homes, furniture, laundry, and impacting their lives. News 4's Brian Thompson is in Neptune City with why the factory president says he's doing everything he can.
If this were smell-o-vision instead of television, well, let Neptune City residents Lisa and Juan Cottrell describe it.
We used to joke about it.
We joke about it. We say, is that chicken or beef are they making today?
This Nylabone pet treat products plant just a rooftop away from this neighborhood, and resident Linda Colucci has her own sensory interpretation.
If you were to open up an old can of dog food or like a bag of dog food and kind of let it sit in mold, just let it get like moldy for a while, that's what it smells like.
But the company's president says Nylabone has been trying for years to reduce the odors.
We've spent in the last several years over $2 million in odor abatement, trying our hardest to minimize the smell.
That includes special equipment on the rooftop, charcoal filters, and more. President Axelrod says whatever smell does escape from making dog treats is legal under the Neptune City Odor Ordinance.
100% is really not realistically achievable, so I wouldn't want to promise something that's not achievable.
The borough has inspected here. The health department has tried to see if the odor law is being violated, but there have been no violations written up. However, the mayor did quote one of his inspectors at the council's last meeting a couple of weeks ago.
He even said today how much he hates doing it because he smells like the place when he walks out of it.
For all its efforts to be a good neighbor, from this wall mural to aggressive tree planting along adjacent residential streets, neighbors still complain.
Now you plan a party or something in your backyard, you have to take it from outdoors to indoors. You can't enjoy your own yard in this beautiful community.
While neighbors tell me they're talking to a lawyer, Nylabone's president tells me his company will keep looking for solutions to those odors that do escape while making favors for Fido. In Neptune City, Brian Thompson, News 4 New York.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.